Hey everybody, it's your old pal John. Today we're going to be looking at what do Europeans think about American life. This is going to be tough. I can feel this one coming on already. Why put myself through this? Because I need to hear it. We all do.
I love American optimism.
They have a pretty nice flag. Are you joking?
What?
That is actually shocking.
Yeah, that didn't go well.
That's nothing you would ever see in Britain. That would cause you know, riots. In the US, a large drink in McDonald's is 77% bigger than in Europe.
Yep.
That's disgusting.
Wow. It's diabetes to go.
It is.
Many common.
Yeah, it's 100% true. There are countries like France and a few others that have actually banned refills because Americans will get a large drink like that. Was it 32 ounces, I think? And then they'll go back. If you're in the restaurant, you can go back and get a refill for free. In some countries, they've banned that, but America usually builds out, and to get everywhere, you have to have a car. And I'm not saying that's unique, but it's the way it is. So fast food restaurants are the cheap and easy way to go, and they're bad for you. And the better food or more organic and local produce is more expensive. So the lesser people have more obesity, the lesser in terms of, finances.
US food ingredients are banned in the EU. Whoa.
Azodicarbonamide?
Oh,
Banned
yeah.
in Europe because it may cause cancer.
Cancer brownies.
Yay. See my first comment. Well, no. All right. That's inappropriate. We do add a lot of bad stuff. There are a lot of companies who have they've tried preservatives, all sorts of stuff. They test it all over, like DuPont and things like that. And it's bad. We add a lot of bad stuff. And our FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, allows it. It's very political.
So cute!
We have a baby.
Yes.
How long do you get for parental leave in your country?
The mother gets 410 days.
The fathers as well.
What?
There's a paternal leave that is, I think it's about 9 weeks.
Okay. The number of paid days of maternity leave guaranteed by law in the US. Let's see.
Wow.
It's nothing. I was right. It's literally like, you want to have a kid? Well, you're on your own now.
Well, you de-incentivize people from having kids.
Yeah.
You
100
disincentivize poor people from having kids, because if you're rich, you can obviously.
There you go. That is the truth. There's something called the Family Medical Leave Act, FMLA, and you are allowed a certain period of time off. One of the weird things is that when you come back, you're supposed to have your job, but you will still work at the same company, but they can put you in a different position. Very weird, very weird. There are loopholes in everything we do. It deters equality amongst the sexes because it's looked at as a negative thing, just like vacations. Vacations aren't a thing. They don't say, hey, take a vacation, take your time, take your days of vacation, enjoy yourself. No way. You take vacation and people kind of resent you for it. There is a resentment culture in that. Men, I don't know if they're covered under FMLA. When I was younger, when I first started working in the corporate world, 2001, I don't believe I took that much time off of work for spending it with my son. But there's really no one. It's looked down upon. It's really looked down upon. If you stay home with your child as a male, like maybe you got a week off, but you had to come back because you were company minded and you were for the company you were working for. And don't forget to put in overtime to make up for it. This is very true. I think even Tokyo or Japan is even harder. South Korea even.
You are graduated.
Oh, thank you.
These are the annual fees at major US universities.
Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT,
Yeah.
$51,832
For a year.
A year.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that is a bit disgusting from a first world nation.
Yeah.
I mean, I pay 18 euros per
Yeah.
semester.
In Denmark, it's free.
Okay. True. Very true. There are local community colleges you can go to, and believe it or not, they are a mere, I don't know, $5,000 a semester, or semesters. That might be 10 a year. I'd have to check my prices. When I went to school, when I went to my university, at the end of the 4 years, the total that I was charged was 120,000. Now that is a lot, and there are a lot of debts that people incur, and they have to pay it over time. Some people don't get out of it until in their 40s, and you can't even refinance it a lot of times. There was a bill that just went through, and it was denied, I believe, to wipe away student debt. But there's too much money to be made in it, and the universities pay their professors, and you can get grants, you can get scholarships. These do whittle away. So in reality, I do believe very few people these days pay the full price, but it is there and it's expensive. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Another
a
bad
woman's
one.
leg got stuck in the gap between the train and the platform.
She begged no one call an ambulance.
It's $3,000 she wailed. I can't afford that.
Coming from the Bulgaria, which is the poorest EU member state, I've never heard about this.
In 2015, medical bills led to 1 million adults declaring bankruptcy.
Yeah.
My dad is diabetic and he gets really good care in Belgium and we don't pay a penny to it. It's completely free.
I applaud that.
But what surprises me is that people are not rioting on the streets, to be honest.
I know.
Well, because we're not rioting because we're in bad health. we have obesity. But the truth is that when it comes to healthcare, so you pay money to the government, and the government in most countries is to offer you services, because your taxes go to the government, your government gives you something back. No, the government in the United States goes to the healthcare companies, and the healthcare companies created their own corporation and tell you what you can and can't do. So you get something like you get your doctor who says you need X medication to take care of your problem, and the insurance company denies it and says, well, we won't pay for it. And then you have to pay for it out of your own pocket sometimes. And it's jacked up a couple $1,000s. I mean, heaven forbid you get cancer and you don't have medical care. I have a friend right now who's going through stage 4 cancer. And with a regular health insurance that he has, which is private, he can't afford the medication. Doctors do everything they can. They really do. But when it comes to the medication, they can't help. But they know if you can't afford it, they really try if you get the right doctor. So, I mean, it's horrible. I mean, say all you will about problems in your national healthcare coverage in your country. You break your leg. I mean, you have a baby, it costs money. Stay overnight in the hospital. And they charge outrageous prices. The insurance companies do. They make deals with the hospitals about how much things are charged, and different things are charged more. It's like $20 for a Tylenol, like a little pain, pill for a headache. It's it's crazy. I had my my gallbladder removed, and the whole charge was $10,000 and change. After the healthcare took money away because I have healthcare, we're looking at $2,400. I'm just waiting for the bill to come now, and that's out of my pocket.
Oh my god.
That conversation.
Pastime.
This is a toy AR-15.
An AR-15 style rifle was used in the San Bernardino shooting that killed 14 people.
The Orlando nightclub shooting that killed 49 people.
The 2017 Las Vegas shooting that killed 58 people.
Yeah, this is.
Washington, D.C. actually banned handguns, but the ban was overturned in 2008 by the U.S. Supreme Court.
Whoa, overturned. So somebody had the
Somebody
common
thought
sense to ban this, and then they were like, you know what? No.
No, we need guns.
Okay, gun culture runs deep in America. This is a touchy topic. Can't quite put my finger on it. I honestly can't. I mean, I understand the arguments, but it starts with having militias, then moving on to this thing called Manifest Destiny, which is God-given right that we can move west and take over that land from the indigenous, the Native Americans, and we all needed a gun to go out there. And after that, there were gangsters because of prohibition of alcohol and all sorts of reasons why. And then there was a ban after John Kennedy was shot on assault weapons, and then it was for 30 years, and then it was going to expire, and nobody renewed it. And now we have created this crazy, it's like you need a license to drive a car. You don't need a license to buy a gun. Right now, there's the debate is whether people who are mentally unstable are allowed to purchase a weapon or not. I mean, that shouldn't be a debate. I don't know what to say. People get shot all the time, and a lot of people they're trying to get ahead of it. Some really hardworking people, but then you've got real pulled out people who have all sorts of guns and bullets for them, and they only have two hands. I mean, in Australia, in what was it, 96? Maybe someone can correct me. They willingly gave up, I think, all guns except for shotguns for hunting, right? They gave them willingly all up after shooting, and I can't remember the name of the place or what it's referred to as, but and I mean, and I'm not saying anything against Australians. That just kind of killed my mood right there. I hate seeing people get killed, and the worst of it is that there are children. Someone did it to children in a state called Connecticut, and they murdered it like it was like a kindergarten class, like half of it. And now there are people that actually deny that this happened, that it was a hoax. And look, you guys can debate that out in the comments. I just don't want to rehash that.
Americans are incredibly friendly and hospitable.
I wish we could be.
I have to admit, a saving grace of Americans, and we have a lot of faults. God knows we do. We are very friendly people. We're friendly at a distance. We will walk up and have a conversation with you, just to be nice. We thank our veterans. We see people, hold the door for them, have a conversation. Hi, how are you doing? Oh, you dropped this, and a conversation starts from that. We are naturally talkative people because we all come from different backgrounds. And I don't know specifically if that's a main reason, but it's a reason. We are just friendly, but don't get too friendly with us. I mean, like a lot of us will offer the shirt off our back to you. But a lot of it's surface stuff. But we are friendly though. We are friendly. A lot of people aren't necessarily that way. And that's fine. It's just an American thing, I guess.
That sort of happy and optimistic about the future.
And the influence has been huge, and still today.
Whether it's food or music or fashion or art, film.
The younger generation in America is definitely giving me hope about the future of America.
And everyone secretly has an American dream. So, I mean, we can still all resubscribe to that.
In Germany, we don't wave flags.
No, you don't. I believe that's a... All right. Do you have a secret dream? I don't want to say American dream because I don't know. Why steal that too? But do you have a secret, I don't know, style of dream like that? A lot of us here, we do, if you're able to, if you do work hard, if you essentially follow the system, right? You save your money, you invest appropriately. We do a lot of investing. When we get older and retire, people have goals. And one of them is that they might buy a sailboat. They might have a vacation home. Vacation homes are big. They might move down to Florida. America has a wide geographical diversity. Not that Europe doesn't or other places don't, but we can just pick up and drive from New York to Los Angeles, or anywhere. And you'll find all sorts of, like, if you're the kind of person that wants to be cold and in the woods and you like that, you can go to Alaska. It's easy. You get in your car, you take a ferry up to Alaska or up to Maine if you want to, do that. If you like the hot weather, you can retire down in Florida or Texas. You can go in the Mississippi River Basin if you want to. A lot of people who are young, out of high school and even out of college, they move away. They move out of their state to another state, and then when you become 60, or 65 or whatever it's going to be when you're ready to retire, you retire to a place where there are other people that are retiring too. There are retirement communities. They can be in Arizona. You can do the cowboy thing in Montana. I mean, whatever you want to do. That is ultimately the thing. And by the way, I see a lot of Europeans. I've been to Florida a number of times. See a lot of Europeans in Florida. And of course I strike up a conversation because that's what I do. But yeah, that's the thing. And the other thing is that we don't all travel to Europe because we are still trying to get through all 50 states. That's like a big goal, is to get to all 50 states first. You wonder why Americans don't speak a foreign language other than maybe Spanish. Geographically, we're still trying to get through visiting the states, and we produce a lot of our own stuff. Now we're importing more, but sort of a self-reliant feeling. Even though if you look at what we import and export, the numbers tell a different story. All right, everyone, have a great one. Thanks for hanging with me on this. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. I would love to hear your comments below. Please keep them respectable. That's all I ask. I put myself out there, and it's uncomfortable to deal with these things. And, when people tell you all your faults and you sit there and take it. But, yeah, I don't mind. I guess I don't mind doing that because you've got to be honest with yourself. Have a great one, guys. Please comment if you like it. Thumbs up, share it out. Hope you're all well.